Hello everybody and welcome to another Hunting Junkie video. Obviously today we are not out in the field, not out on the farm doing hunting related activities, but we were in the office back home doing winter prep work and I want to talk to you guys today about your self-filming camera options and the options that I choose to use out in the field to deliver content to you guys. So there's some cheap options that you can go with. If you really want to go mobile. I actually started filming my own hunts in 2023 with a GoPro. I ended up taking a coyote on the GoPro. It's really convenient. I stuck it right in my chest pack of my harness. It would turn it on when an animal was coming in that I thought I was going to shoot, and then you can draw and shoot and get it on video. But the issue is you only have digital zoom, which you really can't do while you're self-filming on a GoPro type thing. And you don't have a lens to zoom in and maintain the image quality. That's the same kind of issue you have with a cell phone as well. Super cheap, super convenient, but when you zoom in, you pixelate the object, and so you really can't get that high quality detailed footage that you can get with our other camera options. So I use GoPros and iPhones and things like that as secondary camera angles and things like that, but I don't use them as my primary camera. When I started my self-filming journey, I did it on a whim. I was getting a couple days before I was going to leave for spring turkey hunting in Kentucky in 2024. I bought a cheap tripod off Facebook Marketplace for like $50. That had a really cheap, crappy fluid head on it that you had to like squeeze a handle to turn. So it was really shaky, really crappy. But my wife had a Canon mirrorless camera. So she had this Canon EOS R10 that she used for photography for a while, that was just sitting in the closet collecting dust. And it had a nice 18 by 150 lens on it that you could zoom in on objects. And so I just popped this right onto that cheap tripod and took it to the field with me. So that video was not great. I didn't even talk in the video. I went out and I hunted like I would normally hunt by myself for turkeys. You're not, hey, there's one coming in. But I did film it and got footage on this camera. I liked this camera for the purpose that it didn't cost me any additional money. I just had $50 in a tripod and I could film hunts. The issue is with turkey hunting, you're running calls, a gun, whatever else, especially in a blind, it's a little easier. But with this type of camera, if you've got it on a tripod, to zoom, you have to turn the lens. And then it does have autofocus, but you still have to manually turn this lens with one hand on the camera, okay? And so I wanted something that was way more convenient and easier to use while I was in the whitetail woods. These mirrorless cameras offer a lot of advantages. 4K, 60 frames a second. You can use it as a still camera, obviously, to take photos. The lenses are much more longer reaching. So if you have a deer at 200-300 yards, you can go, if you have a really nice lens, you can really go out and get high quality footage of those animals really far away. So these have some advantages, but I just did not like the manual lens for zooming. I believe some options have digital or like remote controlled zoom, but not the one that I had. And I didn't want to spend $5,000 on a camera. I went with a camcorder style camera. I got this used off a Facebook group. It's a Canon XA50 4K camera with 15x optical zoom. So a lens that would go from 1x to 15x without distorting any digital pixelation or anything like that in 4K. The reason I wanted this is the ability to hook a remote in on the side and then control the zoom and start recording from one hand on the side that connects to the fluid head. So I can turn the camera, position it down, start the record button, zoom in and out, all from one hand that you're already running the fluid head. On this mirrorless, I would be trying to run the fluid head, with a handle to turn it, to keep it on a turkey, while also zoom in with two hands. It was a two-hand job and a two-hand process in order to run this camera, where I could do everything with a single hand on this camera. Also had obviously the addition of some improved mic systems and lots of other types of features on this camcorder. If you were to ask me what you wanted you're going to get into self-filming. What camera do you want? What is the best camera, a mirrorless or a camcorder? To be honest with you, the best camera with the highest number of options, to get the highest quality footage, to be able to do still pictures and all of that, is going to be a mirrorless option. The most convenient, simple to use, go out there, have very little knowledge of photography and videography, and get high quality, really great footage, camcorder all day long. So if you want to be just super into the weeds and learn everything about videography and photography, mirrorless is for you. A little more complicated, but you can definitely get the return on investment from that. If hunting is more your passion than photography and videography, a camcorder is going to be your best friend. Much simpler to use, better to take into the field, slap it on a tree, get high quality footage. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in self-filming, I hope this video helped you decide between mirrorless and a camcorder. Obviously I have both options today, but I only take my camcorder to the field when I'm going to film food plot material or hunting material or anything like that, along with an iPhone if I'm going to do some quick B-roll stuff. I appreciate you watching the video. If you could please like, comment, subscribe if you want to follow along in my 2025 hunting adventures. It starts this spring with turkey season. Thanks everybody.